Hi, I'm Shannon and you're watching the Edge TV Evening Highlights. Ringgit has hit a new low of 305 against the Sing dollar, and it's trading at 4.33 against the US dollar. The local currency is hurt by slumping oil prices and concerns about the Chinese economy. But Moody's Investors Service says the ringgit fall has a limited overall impact on Malaysia's economy. Moody's senior research analyst Rahul Ghosh says the plunging local currency does show a weakening investor sentiment.
In terms of the credit impact, we think that the depreciation of the ringgit will have a limited effect on the government's ability to service its debt. Only 3% of Malaysia's government debt, for instance, is in foreign currency, so the direct exposure is minimal. But that being said, weakening sentiment, both external and domestic investors are seeing eroding confidence. And this is likely to cool private sector consumption and investment. And this will compound the already soft external demand conditions. In fact, we're projecting GDP growth of 4.8% this year, but see growth cooling to 4.5% next year.
Rahul also sees the ringgit decline as having an impact on the country's credit buffers.
Ringgit depreciation is very much a symptom of declining export revenues, capital outflows, and worsening investor sentiment towards Malaysia. And these are clearly having an impact on some of Malaysia's credit buffers, such as the current account surplus, foreign reserve coverage, and economic growth trajectory. Of course, on top of the ringgit depreciation, we're also seeing a sharp decline in energy prices, and that's been painful for Malaysia when you consider that oil and gas make up around 30% of government revenues and around 20% of exports.
The Malaysian ringgit has depreciated by approximately 25% against the US dollar in the past 12 months. Datuk Sri Nazir says 1MDB's former advisor Tan Sri Abdul Samad Aaliyahs' resignation after being denied access to information sends a dire message to other GLCs and government agencies. In his Instagram post, Nazir says Abdul Samad is a respected, honest professional appointed by the government and welcomed by the chairman with fanfare. But he was denied access to information by management. Nazir, who is CIMB Group Chairman, questioned what message 1MDB was sending to other GLCs or agencies. Abdul Samad yesterday said he quit in July after his requests for details of 1MDB's finances were not entertained. He was appointed as 1MDB's advisor in January. Meanwhile, 1MDB has refuted Nazir's comment, calling it as speculative opinions, as he has no direct knowledge of the matter. 1MDB is also denying to have received repeated requests for information as claimed by Samad. According to 1MDB's statement, its board of directors have sent a letter to Samad to seek a meeting with him to discuss and clarify concerns. It confirmed that Darul had personally met with Samad in January and May this year to discuss the company's affairs. In the meeting, Samad was briefed about the 1MDB strategic review and rationalization plan, including the extent of future debt and interest obligations of the company. Moving on to Selangor investment holding arm Darul Ehsan Investment Group or DEIG. Selangor MB Muhammad Azmin Ali is giving his assurance that DEIG is ready to be audited by the Audit Department, PAC and Selcat.
Itulah pendirian saya dalam Dewan Undangan Negeri. Saya nyata dalam Dewan Undangan Negeri di mana DEIG bersedia untuk diaudit oleh Jabatan Audit Negara, oleh PAC, oleh Select Committee. I have made that commitment in Dewan. So kalau sekarang disambut oleh Tan Sri Amrin Buang, well and good, masuk. Tapi masuk belum operasi nak semak apa?
Azmin was responding to calls by the state lawmakers for Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated or MBI to be more transparent about DEIGs to avoid lopsided deals. Former MB Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim has also accused DEIG for lacking transparency and likened it to 1MDB. 100% owned by MBI, DEIG is the holding company for 74 GLCs under MBI, a combined state assets valued at 6.3 billion. And that brings the Edge TV evening highlights to a close. I'm Shannon. Thanks for watching and good night.